Lauren. We're going to practice today transferring from your wheelchair to the mat table or to a bed. So I'm going to break it down into parts for you, demonstrate it, and then you're going to do it. So the first thing I want you to do is you're going to use some momentum to fling your arm back, just like we've practiced in other tasks. You're going to fling that arm back and get it on top of the wheel. So how my arm is here, it's nice and stable because I'm rotated out my shoulder, I'm locking my elbow, and you're going to preserve your Tina Desus grip. So you're going to be right on top of that wheel, and you're going to do the same thing with the other arm. So now you have a nice stable base of support with both arms. So you're going to use the weight to shift side to side into your shoulders, and at the same time you're doing that weight shift, you're going to start to scoot a hip forward. You're going to press down into your wrists and then scoot the other hip forward, and then again get your right hip as close to the table as you can get it. From that point, you're going to now try to fling your right arm onto the mat table. So you're just going to let it fling down as close to you as possible, and then same thing with your left arm. You're going to get it right down next to you. And now, to be able to scoot your hips onto the table, we're going to do that same shift through your shoulders, move your right hand out a little bit, and then we're going to use momentum from your upper body to start scooting your hips. We'll readjust the hands, and then momentum from the upper body, scoot the hips, readjust the hands. So we'll do this in many little steps, and then you're going to just keep using the momentum from your upper body and keeping that same locked out elbow and Tina Desus grip. Once we get here, you're going to fling your left arm back. We're trying to scoot your arms back so that you can sit in a nice stable position. Okay, so let's have you try. Okay, great. So Lauren, also for safety, we're checking, make sure your wheelchair is locked and that your casters are pointed forward so that you don't topple forward. I'm also going to be helping to block you so that you don't tumble forward. So you're going to be nice and safe. All right, so let's practice. So you're going to weight shift and try to fling that right arm back. Fling it back. Good. Nice. That's the good Tina Desus grip. Do you feel like you have the whole wrist on that? Yeah. On the wheel? Yeah. Okay, now let's do the same with this arm. Fling it back. Put it up there on the wheel. Excellent. So now rocking side to side, getting lots of motion, and then start scooting your hip. And now let's do the other hip. And now get this one out a little bit more. Excellent. So you're in a great position to now start transferring to the table. So next step is you're going to rock into this shoulder and fling that arm to the table. That was very nice. And now same, you're going to rock to the right, fling this arm down next to your side. Great. And now we're going to start moving over to the table. So you're going to still use some of the momentum to get your hips over. First, we need to get this hand out a little bit further. So rock to knee, move it out. Right. And now let's do a little scoot. So head down towards me as you lift your hips. Great. And let's do a few more of those. You might need to readjust your hand out. Readjust this hand closer. And then head down towards me, fling the hips. Great. And now same thing, readjust the hands. Bring it closer. And then scoot. Doing a great job. Bring that hand in, that arm out. Let's do a few more. And bring your head down to lift your hips. Great. And then one more to get that hand on the table there. Good. And now I'm just going to have you scoot that arm back a little bit, shift your hips just a little bit more for me, and then walk your hands back so that you have a nice stable seated position. Excellent. That was really great. Good job.
Hi, Corinne. My name is Lauren. I'm going to be your physical therapist today, and we're going to work on transferring from your wheelchair to the bed or the mat table. So the way we're going to do this without using your triceps is going to be to use that position when you turn your shoulders out and your elbow is extended. You can use that as a stable platform like we've been practicing. So first we need to get your hands back on the wheels. So you're going to help use momentum from your upper body and swing your arms so that it's back on the tire, okay? So I'm going to just help myself swing it back. And then I'm going to make sure that I'm stable, and then you need to get the other one back and get stable on that. So now we're going to start a progression of scooting so that we're headed towards the table. So first I'm going to get myself forward in the chair. So I'm going to use my upper body to scoot my hip forward, and then to the other side, and then to the other side. It might take you more scoots, that's fine. So my right hip is slightly more forward than my left, and I'm stable here, feel comfortable here. And now I need to get my right hand over towards the table, and this is going to be a tricky spot, so we might have to practice this a lot. But all you're going to do is swing it the way that you would and land on it stable, okay? And then I want to get my left hip over to my hip, so I'm going to set that down, and now I'm just going to start taking scoots, not too big because I don't want to collapse over that arm, and this is going to take a lot of strength in my shoulders, so using those shoulder muscles we practice, I'm going to use momentum with my upper body. I'm going to scoot over, okay? And then I'm going to move this arm a little bit, followed by that arm, and repeat the whole thing again, okay? So we're going to slowly just move on over, scoot ourselves over, and then with the final one, get ourselves on the table, scoot ourselves back. Okay.
Okay.
You understand?
Yep.
Great. Okay, Corinne, let's start. So first, what are you going to do?
Fling my right arm back.
Good. Okay, let's see how you do with that. Nicely done. Okay, and we want to keep that tendency. Good. Okay. And let's try to get your other arm back. Okay. Do you feel stable?
Yes.
Okay. Feels good. So now I want you to start to scoot forward in the chair. Nicely done. Okay, now let's try to get this hand over onto the table. Okay, nice. I liked how you did that. Now you feel stable. Let's get this hand down by your head. Okay, now I'm going to stay out of your way, but I'm not going to let you fall forward. I want you to use that upper body momentum and start to scoot yourself towards the table. Okay, you're a little wobbly. Yeah, let's try to get your arms behind you. Okay, very nice. You're here.